This video will cover question 50 of the Specimen Section 1 PBSAA paper. Please note that our solution will be the same as the equivalent ENSO Specimen Section 1 question 67. In question 67 we're given the following diagram and we're told that it represents part of the carbon cycle. We have a number of labelled processes in which we have to identify which of them contain or involve particular enzymes, but before we get to that, let's quickly identify what they are off our own accord. So we go from carbon dioxide in the air to carbon in plants. Well, that must involve photosynthesis. Photosynthesis involves carbon dioxide and water forming oxygen and glucose, and that glucose can be used to form basic carbohydrates in plants. Okay, so how do we get from carbon in plants to carbon in animals? Well, we know that would involve eating and digestion. Digestion, for instance, amylase would convert these starches and carbohydrates in plants into simple sugars that can be used by the animals. Now we need to get from carbon in animals to carbon in decomposers. Well, that will involve the animals dying and decomposing, at which point the decomposers, for example certain fungi, could use saprotrophic nutrition to take up the carbon from the animals up into themselves. Moving on, we need to get from carbon in decomposers to carbon dioxide in the air. Well, that would probably be the process of respiration, which produces carbon dioxide from oxygen and glucose. Decomposers are not autotrophic, they don't generate energy from light, as in the case of plants. They generate energy from respiration, which generates carbon dioxide. So we have our four processes, and now we need to have a look at which involve digestive enzymes and which involve respiratory enzymes. Well, the first one to answer is rather easy. Digestion from plants to animals in process 2 involves digestive enzymes. However, the same can also be said in the case of decomposition, in which case digestive enzymes break down the material in decomposing animals, which can then be taken up by the decomposing organism, as in the case of saprotrophic nutrition, as described earlier. So we have 2 and 3 involve digestive enzymes, and respiratory enzymes, well, that will only involve respiration, since photosynthesis involves its own enzymes, which are photosynthetic. So we have our answer 2, 3 and 4, and that gives us our answer as H.